Hey y'all, it's Ebony and I am back today to give you more advice on how to start or run your hair extension business. So if you're ready to jump into today's topic, keep watching. Okay, so I have been asked so many times, how much hair should I keep on hand? How many bundles should I start with? What lengths, what textures are the best to sell? I get asked these questions a lot. So today I'm dedicating this video to answering those questions, okay? Now, first things first, the reason why I haven't really answered the question before is because for a very long time, I did not keep any inventory on hand. Homegirl, which is me, I did the pre-order system literally for 3 whole years. I did pre-orders and made over $100,000 a year doing pre-orders. You are definitely able to make money without having any inventory on hand. So this is why I kind of stay away from telling people how much inventory they should keep. But I'm still going to answer the question for y'all. Just keep watching. So like I'm saying, I started with the pre-order system. It wasn't until 2019 or was it 2020? I do not remember. I remember the Chinese holiday was coming up, which typically means they shut down their businesses for a good 2 or 3 weeks, and I just wanted to keep hair on hand during that time so that I can continue making money. Little did I know that the holiday would turn into a whole global, y'all know what I'm talking about. So because of that, I just kept keeping the inventory. So as soon as the vendors were able to accept orders, I just put in a large order so I can keep inventory on hand. And that is basically how I started keeping inventory. So I know this video isn't really about me and what I did. It's about you and what you want to do. So before you figure out how much inventory and what textures you should sell, there are a couple things you want to keep in mind first. So the very first thing you have to keep in mind is target audience. I know you guys are going to get tired of me saying this word, and you guys have been hearing this word thrown all over social media. It's so important that you know exactly who you're targeting and who you want to sell your products to. Your target audience is going to be a group of people who are going to benefit the most from your products and services. So it's very important that you know exactly who that group of people is and you know everything about them. So you are going to do your research and you're going to figure out what hair textures they like to wear, and you're also going to figure out how long they typically like to wear their hair. So for instance, 20-year-old that's in college, she might really love wearing 613 hair, red hair, colorful hair. She might wear 30 inches long, okay? So a college student might get away with different hairstyles and textures and lengths that a more mature, career-based woman who works in corporate America, she probably can't wear 30 inches of hair. She probably can't wear 613, but she might sport a really natural 16-inch hairstyle or a bob, something of that sort. So you always want to keep your target audience in mind. If you don't know who your target audience is, visit sixfigurehairboss.com and let your girl help you out. Another thing that you want to be clear on, or you want to think about, is if you're servicing a niche market. So a niche market is a more specified, targeted group of people that you want to put your products in front of. Well, to give an example of a niche market, instead of selling to all women between the ages of 18 and 25, maybe you decide that you want to sell to women ages 18 to 25 that have natural hair. So with that niche market, woman with natural hair, you're likely not going to sell silky straight bundles. You might not even sell body wave. You're going to sell hair textures that's going to blend in and match with their hair, because you're selling to women with natural hair who also love their natural hair, who want to wear their natural hair, but maybe they need more length, maybe they need more volume, maybe they're going through their TWA stage and they just want longer, fuller hair at the moment. So your target audience and your niche market, those are things that you want to consider before you even think about keeping inventory on hand, or when you're trying to figure out what hair textures you are going to sell. So here's my advice. My advice is, if you can start without having any hair textures on hand, do that. Start with drop shipping, start with pre-orders. I'm always gonna just recommend that because it's the easiest way to start. Now granted, that does not mean never test out the hair, never buy the hair to take your own product photos, never buy the hair to create content. That is not what I'm saying. So you still have to purchase bundles, wigs, whatever it is that you sell for content purposes, so that you can create the content. A model or your influencers that you're working with are going to create some content for you. But if you can start by doing pre-orders or what have you not, do it. I explain it in my hair business starter pack over at sixfigurehairboss.com. But if you must have hair on hand, my advice is to start as small as possible. So choose 2 or 3 hair textures that you're going to sell, whatever hair textures those are. Only buy 3 bundles in a closure. 3 bundles in a closure, in whatever length you feel like your target audience are going to wear the most. So if you feel like they're going to wear short hairstyles, do a 14, 16, 18 and a 14-inch closure for all 3 textures that you're going to provide. And if you feel like your audience, your niche market, if you feel like they love longer limbs, then keep longer limbs on hand. Just get you 18, 20, 22 with a 16-inch closure and the 2 or 3 hair textures that you're going to provide, and just keep that on hand to start with. Now, once you sell out those, just the minimum amount of bundles, once you sell out, you're going to take your profit, all of the money that you made, and you're gonna buy even more inventory. So you're gonna buy 2 times more than what you started with. And then once all of those sell out, you're gonna turn around and buy even more inventory. And then once that sells out, you're gonna buy even more. So you're just gonna repeat the process over and over and over again, maybe for a good 3 months. I feel like after 3 months, your website, your web hosting site that you sell on will have enough data, and it will be able to tell you what's your top sold items, what sells out the most, what sells out the least. That way, going forward, you're able to tailor, you're able to customize, you're able to really make decisions based off of what your customers order. You're going to use your website analytics and insights in order to determine what you're going to order going forward. Okay, now the reason why I'm telling you guys to start small, or to start with the pre-order system, drop shipping, the reason why that is what I suggest is because of the mistakes I see other people make often. One of them comes from the last video I made about the 3 myths people have about starting a hair company. Definitely check it out by clicking up here, whichever side it's going to be on. But one of the myths I talk about is how people think it's so easy to start a hair company. All you have to do is find a vendor, order a whole bunch of hair, and then just post a cute picture saying shop now on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platform you're on. And the truth is, selling hair is not that easy. So what I see a lot of people do, I see people buying a whole bunch of inventory, spending thousands, and they cannot get rid of their inventory at all. And it doesn't matter how cheap or how much they lower their prices, they're still having a very difficult time getting rid of their inventory. And usually that happens because they invested a lot into inventory, but they forgot to invest in education. And a lot of people are not investing into learning about marketing, learning how to sell, learning how to create content, learning. It's just so many different strategies and so many different things that you have to learn in order to make sales. Making sales online is not easy. It's not for the weak. It takes a lot of consistency and it takes strategy. So overall, basically what you can see, I know I didn't give exact amounts. I didn't tell you an exact texture or what bundles to keep on hand, but I'm really giving you valuable information. Make sure when it comes to textures and lengths that you really keep your target audience in mind, or you keep your niche market in mind, okay? Also, make sure that you're investing into marketing and really learning how to sell products and services online before investing a huge amount of money in inventory. It's just very vital and important that we're making really good decisions when it comes to running a business, because you don't want to have to take a loss, or you don't want to be in debt because you're moving too fast or you're trying to purchase too much too fast, okay? So thanks so much for watching today's video. I am uploading 3 videos a week going forward, so make sure you are subscribed. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.